Hello, welcome back or welcome to the channel. I know y'all, it has been so long since I put out a video, and honestly, so much has happened. I don't even know the last video I put out actually, so please forgive me. I want to be better at this, but I feel like ever since I switched to Julio, recording the videos professionally and editing the videos professionally instead of me doing what I'm doing right now, which is like turning on my camera phone, I have just been really bad at updating this particular space. I update Facebook all the time, I update Instagram all the time, and newly TikTok. We're really active on TikTok, but YouTube fam, I am so sorry. Like, y'all are not knowing what's happening over here. But so much has happened from me being nearly, 37 weeks pregnant on Sunday. So 2 days until I'm 37 weeks pregnant, meaning she can come any day now. We're planning a beautiful home water birth with our doctor and our doula. I got engaged back in September. Oh my goodness, I'm not wearing my engagement ring to show you guys because I'm so swollen, as you can see, from being so freaking pregnant. So yeah, a lot has happened since then. So I guess this video is just like a checking in. How are y'all doing? Update with our life and everything else. So yeah. Okay, so I checked. The last video was 3 months ago, and before that was 5 months ago, and the one that was 5 months ago was announcing I was pregnant. Wow. That is how delayed I am. So if you don't like videos where someone just sits and talks to you, this probably isn't the video for you. But if you just want to hear what has been going on in my life, all the updates, all my plans, then this is definitely the video for you. So welcome. So pregnancy has not been easy for me. I don't know if it's because I'm 35 now or what. I thought I had this down. I should probably turn that TV off. You guys are getting glimpses of it in the back. That's okay. I thought I had this down. I've had 3 babies. My oldest will be 18 in December. But I was in the shock of my life when I got pregnant with this one because it's been challenging. The first 5 months I spent basically in bed, super sick all day long, super unhappy, right? We planned this baby, I was so excited for this baby, but I was so sick all day, all night sickness. I can't even explain it, it was horrible. And then when I started feeling a little bit better in the second trimester, I got up, I went for a walk, and then ended up having preterm labor, being put on bed rest, having to cancel our gender reveal party, really struggling to maintain the energy it takes to maintain my Money Manifestation Academy, which is my 12-week signature program, and just hold space for my clients when I felt like I had created this beautiful life and we had planned this beautiful baby and pregnancy, and then my body physically and how I was emotionally and everything was just so jacked up and I couldn't control it, and it was so hard for me to have had everything going so well to then be forced to sit my butt down, forced to not create anything new and to have to rethink my business and rethink everything pretty much, right? Which is the beauty of pregnancy. It's the beauty of creating life, is that things are going to shift, they're going to change. But I totally thought I had it together, thought I knew exactly how it would go, and universe was like, no ma'am, it's going to go like this. So it's been a process of just accepting and being in this more receiving mode, allowing someone or people really to care for me. My Julio takes care of everything. Everything. We have a home team as well. We have a chef, nanny, housekeeper, all these things, which took me a lot of reprogramming to accept this help, because if you know my story, if you've been on this channel for a while, that's vastly different than how this channel started. When I was going through my divorce, when I was traveling with very little money with my 3 daughters as a single mom for years, it was a lot of struggle, right? A lot of beauty, a lot of magic, and a lot of struggle. So to be on this opposite side where like I can actually rest during this pregnancy, which I've been doing, I can actually work like 3 to 5 hours a week and have a super successful business and happy clients and have this loving partner and have this beautiful home and all this stuff, it's been a kind of a shock to my system. It's been a shock to my system and a practice of receiving, being in the receiving mode, which I find is very challenging, especially amongst people that were previously single moms or are single moms, even business owners. Like we want to be in this very masculine energy of do. We can do it all ourselves. We're independent. That's great. Yeah, that's true. I can, and it's really beautiful to receive. So I think there might be people walking in the door. Press pause. I'm back. There was someone coming in. So yeah, so let me just, I updated you with how pregnancy's been thus far. It wasn't easy. It's not been easy, but I'm so excited to welcome in her baby girl. As you can see, I can barely talk. I can barely breathe. She's pushing up everything, and we're having a girl. So we did have to cancel our gender reveal party, so we found out on our own. We have a cute little video from that. I'm not sure if Julio's gonna edit this video or not, y'all. If he does, maybe he'll slide that in, as well as some clips from our engagement. But I wanna do full videos on all those different things. So the next is after finding out baby's gender, after bed rest, and gratefully keeping her in for this 37 weeks, I decided to, let me see what I should talk about. Cut all that out. Maybe not cut it out. Let's talk about the engagement. Or should I just do a whole video on it? Y'all, see? I'll give you a quick like glimpse, and then maybe I can expand it with a full video on the engagement. But for our 1-year anniversary, Julio took me away to Bacalar. He planned everything. I didn't know where I was going. It was a surprise. And he ended up taking me out on a sailboat. It was like super rainy. It was early in the morning, super rainy. I didn't have my nails done. I didn't have makeup on. I was at that time 7 months pregnant, I think. And I remember specifically telling him, I do not want to get engaged while I'm pregnant or anything like that. Anyways, takes me on this sailboat, this beautiful private sailboat, and surprises me with a beautiful proposal. And yeah, so I want to leave you with that because I don't want to tell too much about that. It was totally unexpected, which is why my nails weren't done. I didn't have makeup on or anything like that, but it was so special and so beautiful, and I'm trying not to cry because I am so grateful for him and so grateful to be loved after a lifetime of not being loved and appreciated and cared for and valued. So that is that. We ended up also, after the engagement, I think a month later was our baby shower. That was so much fun. We had all of our friends come and celebrate this beautiful baby girl. And it was just wonderful to be surrounded by people who love us and care for us, and to share in celebrating this new life that we're bringing into the world. And what else? What else is going on? So much. So originally I knew when I got pregnant with this little one that, or when we were planning to have this little one, that I didn't want to have a regular doctor because I can't breathe, y'all. I cannot stop burping. It is weird. Pregnancy is so weird. So I didn't want a regular doctor here because in Mexico, cesarean is like the #1 way that they deliver babies here. They love C-sections. They schedule them. It's like the thing. And I've heard of you even getting a doctor that says they're all about doing natural birth, and then they kind of bait and switch you when you're in labor. So I knew of only one doctor that is the opposite of that. He's all about the woman and supporting the woman and natural water births, and that's something I've always wanted to do. It's like a beautiful water birth with no medication, no intervention, and just letting my body do its thing and having this really beautiful moment, which I know for some people is like really scary and crazy. And yes, my other 3 were all epidural and duct. I was induced for all 3 pretty much, right? And at a hospital setting. So originally we were gonna do hospital with this doctor. His name is Dr. Molina. He's amazing. Highly recommend him. He's such a gorgeous, beautiful soul. But he has special birthing rooms with birthing tubs. So we were gonna do that. And then he suggested, since the pregnancy was going well finally after the first like 6 months of us really not being sure if she was gonna make it because of some of the complications I had, and luckily she's still with us. He approved us to give birth at his office. He does some births at his office. It's just like a house that's converted into an office and has like a birthing room with a blow-up pool. And then a few weeks ago, I just had this urge to say, you know what, I really want to birth this baby at home if she'll allow that, because if babies choose, right? Like everything, if I went into labor before 37 weeks, which is just 2 days away, then we couldn't do it at home because of legalities with the doctor. We'd have to be at the hospital. But as of Sunday, in 2 days, we're cleared to do it at home. So I approached the doctor with this, and he was on board. So we hired a doula, and now the plan is to have her at home. I just felt like, this is gonna be such a long video, y'all, sorry. I just felt like, first of all, I love my home. It's my safe space. I'm here on my comfy couch that took like months to get to us because they don't have comfy couches here. So we ordered through some store called Liverpool to get this couch. And anyways, I have no desire to leave my house, and I really haven't had a desire to leave my house in probably about a month and a half. It is my safe space, it's my cave, and I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna go into labor. I start the labor process at home, and then you have to go to the doctor's office to get checked, and then if you're progressing, then you go to the hospital or even at his office. Like everything just seemed totally against the natural way of just giving birth, right? I'm at home, I'm in my safe space. I'm where I know for this birth, I'm gonna need my mind to be feeling safe. I teach this, I live it, right? So I'm like, anything outside of my safe space, my bedroom, is not gonna feel very safe for me. And it's gonna make the progress of labor and birthing this baby more challenging. It's a mind game, right? It's all about your mindset, which is all the things I dive into and I teach. So I just felt like this has to happen. She has to be born here, unless she chooses to go a different way, right? To come a different way. So yeah, that's the plan. We hired a birth photographer who's also a videographer because we need Julio present, and he's an amazing photographer and videographer. He's actually out filming a retreat right now for someone, but he is not a birth photographer, right? Like their specialty, and they're beautiful. And the woman we hired, she just looks absolutely amazing. So I cannot wait to share like our home birth video with you all. I am going to be sharing it. And I'm so excited for that because it has helped me watching all the home births that have happened. I've been watching just a ton of home births on Instagram. I forgot the name of the one I watched, but like every day I'm sending Julio home births. I'm watching home births just to like prepare my mind a little more. Here's a contraction. Whew. I've been having them for 6 weeks. Nothing new. They're called Braxton Hicks. So they're not quite the real thing yet, but they still take my breath away. And I've noticed, like, I feel so swollen that like my voice is different, I'm out of breath. And it's been hard showing up on camera, y'all. But this feels really good. I feel like we're just having a nice conversation. I'm in my comfy place. My house is quiet. Novella, you guys know Novella, my youngest, well, until this one comes. She started school for the first time. She's going to a Waldorf school, and it's all about like nature and just fun, and she's really, really enjoying that, and it's been really nice to see her. After me unschooling my other 2 girls, older girls for years, right, when we were traveling, to Novella actually going to a Waldorf school, which she's really loving. I think it's the perfect fit for her. She is an extrovert and loves people, so it was a really good fit. My 16-year-old Mia, that you guys should know, stayed behind during this move to the States, which I think I already told you guys about. She has been in the States now for over a year. a year and a few months, and she'll be coming out to Mexico for the first time in that year and a few months. We've flown to the States, but she hasn't been here actually in a couple weeks, and we're gonna surprise my youngest, who has been really missing her, with Mia for Thanksgiving. And I'm just beyond excited because I'll have all 4 of my baby girls. This baby should be out by the time she gets here in a few weeks, and she better be out. Let me correct that. Like, I'm patient, but we've been having conversations. Me and this little one having conversations. Oops, I'm covering the camera. We've been having conversations that, she needs to be making an appearance soon. I respect her timing, and at the same time, I'm done. I'm done being pregnant, y'all. Just totally done. I'm not even looking at the camera half the time. I'm covering it up. So yeah, it's been pretty amazing. Business is good. It's kind of crazy to think that you can go from having no money. I literally traveled the world on a shoestring budget. I'm not kidding. It was like less than $2,000 a month for years. And just the ups and downs of learning entrepreneurship and business and all this stuff, like I had no freaking clue everything that went in, and I still don't. There's so much to learn. Like, you're always learning, and you have to be okay with failing over and over again. You have to be okay with people hating you. When you're showing up online, people are gonna have stuff to say, and I think that's okay. Like, people are allowed to have a different opinion. I do wish people were kinder with their different opinion, but that's on them, right? You can't control how people respond or act. You can only control how you choose to respond and how you choose to let it affect you or not affect you, right? So it's been like a learning game. But luckily, before, when we were planning this baby, we knew we had to build a business that would allow me to have an ample amount of free time, right? Like, I didn't want to go back to the mother that had to work all day long and put my kid back in daycare at 6 weeks and all this other kind of stuff. I really wanted to be able to be home for my breastfeeding journey, for my just be home with my baby. But I also don't want to give up business. I love my biz. So I created the Money Manifestation Academy. And with that, I only really have to work a few hours a week. I have coaches that I hired underneath me to help facilitate the program. I also recently launched a Forgive Masterclass, which is like a really low-end $55 product. By the way, check out the description. You can find all this great stuff there. And instead of running it in a live version this year, because we're ending out our last round live version of MMA, the Money Manifestation Academy, I launched the self-study version. So they won't get any of the live elements, but they can get started right away with the actual videos in the academy. So yeah, all that's below, and it's amazing. So if you want to work with me, you can. It's been great. It's been great to think about the times when, and I want to remind everyone out there that is watching this crazy long video, thank you first of all, that I could not have imagined this life. Like, I imagined and I had desires of what my life would look like, but there is no freaking way that I could have imagined any of this. And it didn't come by chance. Some people are like, oh, you're so lucky. And I think that's funny when people say that, because it's like, I'm lucky when things are good, but when I was like barely keeping it together for so many years, I wasn't lucky, right? Now it seems I'm lucky, but this is a testimony to being super intentional with what you're calling in. From love to money to wealth to health to success to joy to gratitude. It's a testimony that if you focus on these things, if you do not give up, if you surround yourself with the right people, if you're willing to let go of the people that you probably need to let go of, and not just the people, the situations, the jobs, the thoughts, the habits, then you really can create whatever. And I sit with Julio all the time and we talk about this, because when we both met, I had just moved back to Mexico. I was living in a tiny studio in this beautiful villa, but it was a tiny studio apartment, right? And I loved it. And he was living in this tiny little house in the middle of Centro. And then we look at it now, and we've got an Airbnb, and we've got this villa, and we have this home team, and we have this business, and we have this love and joy and gratitude and ease in our life. And it changed so quickly. And that's the magic of being super intentional with what it is that you desire, and following that up with inspired action and not giving up. Nothing's perfect. I don't care what anyone puts online. Nothing's perfect. We've had our fair share of like ups and downs on this journey. And I don't know if you know my story. I've had lots of downs and ups and downs, right? But those downs, those hard times, those tough times have shown me so much, and I've grown so much through them. They provided powerful lessons. So anyways, that's today's update. I honestly don't know how this will be edited to show like hopefully some clips so you don't just see me talking to you, but if you do, that's okay too. I want to send out extra love. I'm going to make a commitment to try and film this way, right? Where I just turn on my phone camera and talk to you guys. And not burp, hopefully, because this baby will be out and I'll be able to speak clearly. Oh my gosh. Love you guys. Subscribe if you're not subscribed here, if it feels aligned for you. Comment below. Let me know what you guys want to know about. You want to know about giving birth in Mexico, the cost associated with it. You want to know about dating abroad or dating in Mexico in particular, dating as a single mom, you know, getting married, all this kind of stuff. Business, let me know. Love you guys.